Welcome back to Parks and Relaxation, day 14 of our cross-country RV road trip. In the last video, we showed you pulling in very late at night into a ghost town. It's called Ballarat, California. We woke up in the morning, we were surprised to find how much of the ghost town was still there. The town was created with the gold rush and was abandoned pretty soon after. Anyone can stay at this ghost town for $5. This is at 8 in the morning, and it was 105 degrees already.
Hey Dad, this looks like, Dad, this is in really good shape.
Oh, yeah, let me put that out.
Really good shape. Where's that little bottle? Look
At one point, this was used as the town jail, and it looks like riffraff people have come through and been spending the night in here.
Probably someone that Van died. He's probably sad that Van died.
There's a general store that you can go to and leave a $5 donation inside their little collection box. They also sell like sodas and maps for the area. There's one guy that lives there year-round, and he doesn't really bother anybody. He just kind of makes sure people don't steal stuff. They encourage you to come take video, explore, and if you want to shoot a movie here, they will give you the full permission. We talked with a man that lived here for about a half hour. He said that they only get about 1,000 visitors a year because it's so remote and about an hour to any real civilization in any direction. However, Ballarat is only about a half-hour drive from the entrance of Death Valley National Park. The road to get there is extremely washboard. It's about 4 miles, and it is very rough on an RV, so you just want to take your time. An interesting fact about Ballarat, California is that it was one of the last holdups for the Manson family. When on the run and trying to elude the police, they decided this is a very remote and uncommon area to be looking for them. In the final weeks before Charles Manson's arrest, he was actually up here hanging out, just waiting for things to blow over, which obviously they didn't. The curator informed us that if you drive up in front of that building and take a left, it'll bring you along a road that brings you to about 15 or 20 different gold mines, all of which have been abandoned because they haven't found any significant gold in at least 100 years. But the shafts are still there, and he actually knows where all the equipment and everything is stored. This is true desert, so if you're going to be spending time, make sure you bring lots of water. As I stated earlier, it was 8 a.m. and about 105 degrees with an expected 130 in the middle of Death Valley this day. You can hear our generator running on the RV. It had not shut off for about 2.5 days, and we were excited to be out of this area by the end of the night and into a campground where we could plug into Sure Power and not have to run the generator and stay cool. What we didn't realize is the truck that we were taking star photos with the night before is actually one of Charles Manson's. He owned a fleet of Dodge Power Wagons, and this is one of them. It's still intact and in the middle of the ghost town. What's weird is to think that he actually sat in that cab and drove it there. Here's a couple photos of what the town looked like in its heyday. At one point, over 100 people lived in the town. They had a saloon, a doctor, a little schoolhouse, and a few other things, most of which are still intact. But there was actually a pine shortage at one point, and people came through and stole all the boards to make different houses.
We are playing chicken.
He's gonna fight us.
This is us taking the road back out of the ghost town. You can kind of see how rough the road is. And what we notice is a little black dot turned into a pack of burros. Burros are wild donkeys. There's actually only a few thousand of them left in the entire country. And we happen to run into a little pack of a mom, dad, and a baby. Enjoy the video.
You know what's really cool? The mother donkey shaded the baby donkey with her shadow.
That is really cool.
This is amazing. Oh my god, that donkey's good.
This is the cutest baby donkey I've ever seen.
Oh fuck. It's about to get serious. Alright, I'm gonna open the door and take a picture.
Donkey needs donkey.
Wait, it's coming towards us. Should we like feed it water or something?
They're all coming towards us.
Oh my
They're
God.
so cute. They're so cute. Mommy's coming.
I'm opening the door.
They're coming.
Wait, you're gonna scare him away.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, don't open the door, you're gonna scare him.
Aww. Look, they're so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, they're going up to the window.
It is coming up to the window.
Oh shit. I don't know how I feel about this. Oh my god, you're adorable. If I knew what you ate, I would feed you.
Oh, they eat grass.
Oh, you're so beautiful. You really are.
You're a beautiful man. This is amazing. Look at the baby one. Beautiful donkey. Oh my. He's coming. Oh, he's behind the mirror. You're moving on.
I don't know if they can have it.
They don't eat apples.
It is the dad donkey.
The dad donkey. Wow, you didn't see that.
But they're feeding. Does it let you pet it? So what you guys can't see is the night before we were taking star photos and we heard just a pack of really heavy sounding animals with hooves coming at us in pitch black. Turns out it was just that pack of friendly donkeys. So that was quite the exciting beginning to our morning. The trip into Death Valley is about a half hour of twisting roads, and then what they didn't tell you is the amount of elevation. We really did struggle coming from the south entrance. It's about 7,000 feet of elevation within maybe 15-20 miles, and it was straight uphill with barely reaching 35 miles an hour. We went to a couple different visitor centers. We wanted to stay in the actual campground and use their showers this night, but we had found out previously that with COVID they were all shut down. We did go to the main tourist area that kind of has the big thermometer to tell you what the temperature was. We got there about, I think it was 11:30 by the time we got to the main visitors center, and it was already 113 degrees. One of the main attractions is the borax mines. So basically all that white stuff you're seeing on the ground is actually borax, and they would mine it, and it was one of the biggest trade industries in this area after the gold rush. We started to wrap up the day and headed towards LA around 3 o'clock. It was a 3-hour drive from there to the KOA LA, right outside the Angels National Forest. And of course, right outside of Death Valley, we had found this really cool little locally owned biker bar where they made all their own homemade food, and we felt right at home. After a quick lunch, it was back on the road and trying to get into our campsite. We knew that over the next couple days we were going to be in the LA area, and I didn't want to drive my RV, so we went to the LA airport and rented a minivan and had one of the adults follow the RV to our campsite and got ready for the next day. Our plan for the first day of Southern California was to go to San Diego and also hit Slab City along the way. We wanted to go to Big Kahuna Burger from Pulp Fiction and hit up a couple beaches. If you enjoy this series, please consider subscribing, and remember, don't wait, adventure today.